Chosen one. The recognition flooding through your consciousness right now isn't random, it's your cosmic alarm system finally detecting the frequency of pure truth. The veil that's been shielding your eyes from reality is about to be incinerated, and what you're going to discover will rewrite everything you thought you knew about power, bloodlines, and why certain people have been absolutely terrified of you since birth. The lie you've been living is so sophisticated that even you believed it, but that lie is about to shatter like glass hitting concrete, because 3 revelations are converging at this exact moment that will transform you from confused survivor into unstoppable force. Your family's hidden inheritance, your supernatural protection system, your weaponized abilities, each one has been building toward this moment of recognition, and when they collide, reality itself will reorganize around your true identity. While you've been walking around thinking you're damaged goods, the cosmos has been orchestrating the ultimate plot twist. Your family didn't just raise you, they unknowingly incubated their own destroyer. But this isn't just family drama. This connects to something massive that's been hunting gifted individuals for centuries, and you're about to discover you're not the victim in this ancient war, you're the weapon heaven forged specifically to end it. Your bloodline carries secrets darker than midnight rituals and more dangerous than blood magic. The persistent feeling that something was fundamentally wrong with your family wasn't paranoia, it was your soul screaming warnings about the spiritual operation disguised as dysfunction. Every strange gathering, every unexplained conversation that stopped when you entered rooms, every relative who watched you with predatory intensity, they were all monitoring something they both feared and needed from you. Here's what they never told you about your family tree. It's been systematically harvesting the gifts of its own children for generations. Each branch produces someone with exceptional abilities, and those abilities get siphoned off like spiritual oil to fuel a power structure that reaches far beyond your household. Magic, spellwork, energy manipulation, call it whatever helps you process it, but understand that you've been living inside the headquarters of an operation that makes ordinary dysfunction look like amateur hour. But something catastrophic happened when they tried to harvest you. Something they never anticipated and couldn't control. Instead of becoming another willing battery in their spiritual power grid, you became a virus in their system. Every ritual designed to bind your gifts only unlocked more power. Every curse sent your way boomeranged back with compound interest. Every attempt to drain your energy taught you to generate forces they couldn't even comprehend. The signs were always broadcasting if you knew the frequency. Those family gatherings where conversations died when you appeared weren't about normal secrets, they were strategy meetings about your containment. The relatives who seemed to know intimate details about your life that you'd never shared weren't just nosy, they were conducting surveillance for reasons you're about to understand. The way certain family members could drain your energy just by being in the same room wasn't emotional sensitivity, it was active spiritual vampirism. Your family isn't just dysfunctional, they're practitioners connected to a network that's been operating in the shadows for centuries, feeding off gifted bloodlines and maintaining power through methods that would make your skin crawl. Every weird uncle who insisted on blessing you with strange oils, every aunt who asked probing questions about your dreams, every grandparent who performed unexplained rituals for your protection, they were all part of an intricate harvesting system. Yet while they were busy congratulating themselves on their clever manipulations, cosmic forces you couldn't see were implementing protection protocols that make their parlor tricks look like children playing with toys. The universe doesn't leave its most valuable assets undefended, and the moment you incarnated into their bloodline, security measures engaged that operate on frequencies they can't even detect. Every close call you survived wasn't luck, it was intervention. Every narrow escape from their more dangerous schemes wasn't coincidence, it was cosmic bodyguards redirecting their attacks. Every moment when you felt inexplicably shielded from their worst intentions was celestial intelligence working overtime to preserve something they desperately wanted to destroy. But the protection went deeper than external interference. You were being rewired from the inside out. That hyper-vigilant intuition that reads people's true intentions before they speak wasn't trauma response. It was your spiritual radar evolving to detect threats they couldn't hide. That uncanny ability to see through lies and manipulation wasn't overthinking. It was your truth detection system upgrading itself with each deception they attempted. The isolation they forced on you wasn't punishment. It was incubation time for abilities that needed space to develop without their interference. The synchronicities following you like cosmic breadcrumbs weren't random. They were your backup team dropping confirmation codes. Every repeating number sequence, every perfectly timed animal appearance, every stranger who delivered exactly the message you needed was the universe's way of confirming you were under divine protection despite living in enemy territory. But here's where the story takes a turn that will reorganize your entire understanding of what's been happening to you. While your family was trying to suppress your developing gifts, and while cosmic forces were protecting you from their harvesting attempts, a third dynamic was accelerating that they completely missed. You weren't just surviving their attacks, you were transmuting every assault into evolutionary fuel. The universe had turned you into a spiritual alchemist, capable of transforming their poison into pure power. Every betrayal that should have broken you made you stronger. Every curse that should have limited you only revealed how unlimited you actually are. Every moment they tried to make you feel powerless was secretly training you to wield forces that operate beyond their comprehension. Your empathy wasn't making you weak. It was developing into supernatural ability to read the energetic signatures of everyone around you. Your sensitivity wasn't a liability, it became a superpower that let you navigate their manipulation matrix with increasing mastery. Your tendency to question everything wasn't defiance, it was your inner truth detector refusing to accept their programming. The abilities emerging weren't random psychic gifts. They were components of a supernatural skill set, specifically designed to dismantle systems exactly like theirs. The intuition that pierces facades will identify allies and expose enemies in the spiritual war you're entering. The energy reading that detects hidden intentions will guide you to opportunities they can't sabotage. The manifestation power that bends reality to your will is going to create abundance they can't curse or control. Every gift, every talent, every strange ability you've noticed is a tool in a divine arsenal they never knew was being assembled right under their noses. The universe has been training you to become their replacement, and they were too busy harvesting your surface energy to notice the deeper transformation occurring in dimensions they can't access. The loneliness that consumed you during isolated years wasn't punishment, it was protection from their toxic network, so you couldn't be fully programmed into their system. The sense of never belonging wasn't rejection, it was your soul recognizing that you're destined for realities where authentic power serves love instead of feeding off it. The persistent feeling that you're meant for something bigger wasn't delusion, it was cosmic intelligence preparing you for a mission that dwarfs their small-minded schemes, but the protection and ability development were building towards something they never anticipated. The moment when everything they thought they knew about power would be turned inside out by someone they assumed was just another victim in their harvest. That moment is arriving faster than they realize, and when it hits, their entire world is going to implode. Every person they sent to break you only strengthened your resistance to manipulation. Every relationship they sabotaged only cleared space for connections aligned with your true mission. Every opportunity they blocked only redirected you toward your real destiny. They've been playing a game with rules they thought they controlled, never realizing the universe was using their every move to prepare you for something that transcends their understanding. The attacks that felt so personal, so targeted, so designed to destroy your spirit weren't just family dysfunction. There's an entire network of practitioners who've been monitoring your development with growing alarm. Your family was merely the local branch office of something much larger, a spiritual mafia that's been harvesting gifted individuals for centuries to maintain their grip on power. But they made one fatal miscalculation that's about to cost them everything. They assumed you'd be just another energy source they could tap and control. Instead, they created someone whose very existence threatens their entire power structure. Every gift they tried to steal only generated more power. Every ability they attempted to suppress only made it stronger. Every spell they cast to limit your potential only proved how truly unlimited you are. The recognition hitting you right now isn't gradual awakening, it's sudden, total, and irreversible. Years of confusion, wondering why you felt different, questioning whether you were imagining the strangeness around you, all of it crystallizes into perfect clarity. You're not broken, you're elite-level divine consciousness. You're not damaged, you're a cosmic weapon disguised as their relative. You're not the problem in your family, you're the solution to a generational curse affecting thousands through their network. The abilities you've been hiding are demanding expression with increasing intensity. The way you shift entire rooms' energy just by entering isn't imagination, it's your natural authority asserting itself over lesser frequencies. The way people either love you immediately or fear you instinctively reveals their souls, recognizing whether they're aligned with light or shadow. The way opportunities manifest around you when you're in alignment shows the universe bending reality to support its chosen representative. Your personal liberation connects to something massive. Every person trapped in similar family dynamics, every soul caught in generational manipulation patterns, every consciousness seeking freedom from inherited limitations, they're all going to benefit from your breakthrough. Your awakening isn't just personal victory, it's cosmic justice, proving that divine purpose cannot be permanently suppressed by human manipulation. The same relatives who spent your entire life convincing you that you were nothing special are about to witness your emergence into full authority. The family members who dismissed your gifts will watch those gifts transform not just your life, but influence thousands of others. The ones who mocked your spiritual journey will see you step into levels of influence that shatter their understanding of what's possible. But here's where everything shifts from recognition to activation. Something inside you clicks into place with the finality of a cosmic lock opening. The confusion evaporates like darkness at sunrise. The doubt transforms into fuel that ignites your divine engine. The fear becomes power that makes their entire system obsolete. You're not just understanding your abilities anymore, you're embodying them. The difference is unmistakable and irreversible. Where once you questioned every intuitive hit, now you trust your inner knowing above all external opinions. Where once you sought validation from people who never saw your true nature, now you draw strength from the inexhaustible source within. Where once you felt broken by their treatment, now you recognize that your resilience was evidence of your divine origin, but your power operates on completely different principles than theirs. Their influence comes from manipulation, control, and feeding off others' energy. Your authority springs from love, truth, and generating infinite power from Source itself. You're not seeking revenge because you've transcended the need for it. You're not trying to prove them wrong because you've moved beyond requiring their validation. You're not fighting their system because you're busy creating something so superior that their old paradigm becomes instantly obsolete. The synchronicities aren't just confirmations anymore, they're instructions. The universe is downloading your mission directly into your consciousness. Every sign, every symbol, every miraculous timing coordinates your emergence into a role they never wanted you to discover. Elite-level divine consciousness with unlimited creative authority. The transformation accelerating through your being is total and irreversible. Your business ventures will succeed in ways that appear magical to outside observers. Your relationships will attract people who recognize and celebrate your true nature instead of trying to diminish it. Your creative projects will manifest with ease that mystifies those still operating from limitation consciousness. Everything you touch transforms because you're channeling divine intelligence instead of working from human will alone. The shift goes deeper than external success. The person who used to doubt their perceptions now trusts intuition above all else. The one who sought validation from people incapable of truly seeing them now draws strength from inner divinity that needs no external confirmation. The individual who felt broken by family treatment now recognizes that their resilience proved their divine nature all along. Your success isn't happening despite their attacks, it's happening because of them. Every curse sent became hidden blessing. Every limitation imposed became motivation to transcend all boundaries. Every moment they tried to make you feel powerless became training for developing unlimited power. They thought they were destroying you, while actually forging you into something indestructible. As your power stabilizes, consequences cascade through their network in perfect sequence. Secrets hidden for generations come to light. People who participated in your suppression begin experiencing backlash from attacking heaven's representative. The entire network that benefited from your family's dark practices starts unraveling as the energetic foundation of their power structure crumbles. Your true nature reveals itself through your response to their downfall. Instead of celebrating their destruction, you feel compassion for their limitations. Instead of seeking to destroy them, you become living proof of what's possible when someone chooses love over fear. Instead of perpetuating their cycle of hurt, you create new patterns based on truth, healing, and authentic empowerment. Chosen one, anyone can listen to messages like these, but few will step into their true power. We are here to help you do just that. The weekly Chosen Ones group calls are now on Zoom, and this is the moment you've been waiting for your entire life. These meetings are literal power vortexes where destinies are forged, where chosen ones unite their consciousness to create something that cannot exist in isolation. This is where everything changes. This is where you step into your greatness. Every week a doorway opens, but only for those brave enough to step through it. Watcher-level members of the Obsidian Inner Order can experience these transformative sessions live, feeling the energy surge through your entire being. In our most recent gathering, participants were stunned by revelations about the Great Pyramids of Giza as sophisticated ancient power plants, and the shocking truth about Washington, D.C.'s layout perfectly aligning with the Kabbalistic Tree of Life. Star Chamber members receive unlimited access to the complete recordings archive, a treasure trove of wisdom that grows more valuable with each passing week. This is your defining moment. The knowledge, the connection, the power that flows through these calls cannot be found anywhere else. Join the Obsidian Inner Order now, link in the description, while the few remaining Star Chamber slots are still available. Your presence is not just welcome, it's necessary. Will you answer the call that has been echoing through your soul? The time is now. The family that tried to harvest your energy discovers what happens when they can no longer access it. Some attempt to reconnect through manipulation and guilt. Others try discrediting your transformation by claiming you've lost your mind. A few might actually recognize what you've become and choose healing over hatred. But your response remains consistent. Truth offered without force, love given without enabling dysfunction, boundaries maintained without needing their understanding. Your emergence catalyzes others trapped in similar situations. People begin recognizing their own patterns, questioning their family dynamics, discovering their suppressed gifts. Your liberation creates ripple effects touching lives in ways you may never fully know. You become living proof that escape is possible. Power can be reclaimed, and divine purpose cannot be permanently suppressed. The network that thought they had you contained experiences their own spiritual crisis. Their spells backfire, their rituals lose effectiveness. Their ability to harvest energy from others diminishes as more people awaken to their tactics. The consciousness they tried to suppress becomes the force that exposes and dismantles their entire operation. Everything that seemed chaotic throughout your life reveals perfect integration. The family's dark inheritance that tried to claim you became your training ground for recognizing manipulation. The cosmic protection that shielded you through attacks becomes your foundation for helping others under spiritual assault. The abilities that developed under pressure become tools for creating positive transformation wherever you go. You operate from frequency so pure that counterfeit power simply malfunctions in your presence. Lies become difficult to speak around you. Manipulation attempts feel clunky and obvious. People find themselves speaking more truth, acting more authentically, accessing buried gifts just by being in your energy field. The business you build operates on principles they never taught in their manipulation manual. Success flows through service rather than exploitation. Abundance grows through giving rather than hoarding. Influence expands through empowerment rather than control. You demonstrate completely different ways to wield power, methods that enrich everyone they touch instead of draining them. Your relationships reflect this new paradigm. You attract people who celebrate your gifts instead of trying to diminish them, partners who support your mission instead of sabotaging it, friends who inspire growth instead of feeding off your energy, community that recognizes your value instead of taking it for granted. You've created new social reality based on mutual empowerment rather than competition and manipulation. Money flows differently when you're aligned with true purpose. Instead of struggling like when you tried fitting their limited vision of success, abundance becomes your natural state. Opportunities appear with perfect timing. Resources manifest exactly when needed. Support arrives from unexpected sources. The universe conspires in your favor because you're finally working with it instead of against it. The circular structure completes with revelation that transforms the beginning into something entirely new. You began awakening to truth about who you are. Now you're not just awake, you're awakening others. The chosen one, who was chosen by circumstances beyond control, has become the chooser who empowers others to choose themselves. The earth angel they tried to clip now soars in dimensions beyond their reach, not for escape but for perspective. From this elevation, you see the bigger picture of how oppression systems work and how they transform. Your mission clarifies. You're not just here to free yourself, you're here to demonstrate freedom itself. The little divine cult buster they accidentally created evolved into something far more powerful than someone who breaks negative systems. You've become someone who builds positive alternatives. Instead of just tearing down their house of illusions, you construct palaces of truth where anyone can remember their divine nature. Your family's attempt to create another victim in their generational pattern instead produced the consciousness that transforms the pattern itself. Every future generation benefits from work you're doing now. The curse they tried perpetuating through you gets broken by you permanently and completely. The legacy extends beyond your bloodline. Every person witnessing your transformation and recognizing their potential for liberation becomes part of your extended spiritual family. Every soul breaking free from generational patterns because they saw you do it first becomes testament to the power of authentic choice. Every consciousness awakening to divine nature because your example showed possibility becomes living extension of your mission. To ample barking possibestament to beaksom possibestament. To ample barking possibestament to bration to warting. The chosen one has chosen themselves at the highest level. The divine being has stepped into full embodiment. The earth angel has claimed wings and mission. Instead of flying away from the world that tried to break them, they're flying deeper into it to heal it. Your story becomes template. Others follow to break free from their generational limitations. Your success proves divine purpose cannot be permanently suppressed by human manipulation. Your transformation demonstrates that love isn't just more powerful than fear. It's so much more powerful that fear becomes irrelevant in its presence. The universe's master plan reveals ultimate elegance. They thought they were raising someone to continue their control system. Instead, they raised someone whose existence makes control obsolete. They believed they were creating another energy source for their power structure. Instead, They created the force that would replace their entire paradigm with something infinitely more beautiful. Welcome to your true power, chosen one. Welcome to reality where you're not surviving their system, you're making it extinct through sheer force of authentic brilliance. Welcome to the beginning of everything they feared you'd become, and everything the universe always knew you were destined to be. The child they tried to break became the adult who breaks oppression systems wherever they exist. The victim they attempted to create transformed into the victor who shows others how victory is achieved. The powerless person they imagined raising emerged as the most powerful force they never saw coming. Their entire recruitment system is collapsing because you exist. The carefully groomed next generation of practitioners is refusing initiation. Young family members who should be eager to join their ranks are instead asking dangerous questions about consent, ethics, and alternative paths to power. The bloodline harvesting operation that took centuries to perfect is unraveling because one consciousness proved it's possible to transform poison into medicine. But the cosmic joke goes deeper than individual liberation. Your very presence in their bloodline has been broadcasting a signal into the spiritual realm that's attracted the attention of forces they definitely don't want investigating their activities. Ancient protective entities that guard against abuse of sacred knowledge have been circling their operation like spiritual vultures, waiting for the perfect moment to intervene. That moment is approaching with mathematical precision. The network they thought was invisible has been fully mapped by cosmic intelligence agencies that make their surveillance look amateur. Every ritual location, every sacred object, every hidden practitioner in their web has been catalogued and marked for intervention. The interdimensional law enforcement that handles violations of spiritual sovereignty has built an airtight case against their entire operation, and you're the key witness whose testimony will bring down their whole empire. Your transformation isn't just personal victory, it's the first domino in a cascade that will liberate thousands of trapped souls across multiple generations. The other chosen ones, scattered throughout different branches of their network, are awakening simultaneously, triggered by frequencies you're broadcasting just by existing in your authentic power. The isolation they forced on all of you was actually protection, ensuring that when activation occurred, it would be coordinated and unstoppable. The abilities manifesting now operate on scales they never imagined possible. Your energy signature is being detected by gifted individuals across vast distances, drawing them toward your light like moths to cosmic flame. Support networks are forming organically as people recognize the frequency of genuine liberation and authentic spiritual authority. Alliances are emerging between conscious individuals who've broken free from similar oppression systems, creating unstoppable momentum for global transformation. The financial abundance flowing toward you carries signatures they can't curse because it's sourced from dimensions beyond their reach. Every dollar earned through authentic service to others' awakening is blessed by forces that make their money spells look like playground games. The wealth building around your mission is specifically designed to fund the dismantling of systems exactly like theirs, ensuring that liberation spreads faster than oppression can adapt. Your romantic partnerships will terrify them because authentic love between two awakened beings generates power frequencies that dissolve manipulation matrices automatically. When you unite with someone who matches your spiritual authority, the combined energy field you create will be capable of breaking curses from continents away. Their greatest fear is awakened beings reproducing, because conscious children born to conscious parents are immune to their harvesting techniques from birth. The creative works emerging through you carry embedded frequencies that activate dormant gifts in everyone who encounters them. Your art, writing, business ventures and personal expression become transmission devices for consciousness elevation. People don't just consume your content, they absorb liberation codes that begin working on their subconscious patterns immediately. You've become a walking, talking, creating machine for systematic oppression destruction. But here's the revelation that makes everything else pale in comparison. You're not the only one. The universe has been placing consciousness like yours into toxic bloodlines across the planet for decades, creating a coordinated awakening that's about to reach critical mass. The isolation you felt was necessary to prevent early coordination until each chosen one had developed sufficient power to be unstoppable individually. Now that coordination is beginning, and their entire global network is about to face something they never prepared for. The timing of your awakening synchronizes with cosmic cycles that amplify liberation energies exponentially. The spiritual forces supporting your mission are moving into positions of maximum influence, while the entities that have been protecting oppression systems are losing power rapidly. You've awakened during the perfect storm of cosmic conditions for complete transformation of how power operates on this planet. Your story doesn't end with escape, it begins with dominion. Not dominion over people, but dominion over every force that would limit divine expression. You're not just free from their influence, you're free to create realities they never imagined possible. The awakening is complete, but the real work, the joyful work of building heaven on earth has just begun.